Hi, my name is Vivi Nguyen, and I am doing chapter 5 of the Ramchandan project, and I'm doing perceptual filling in. What is perceptual filling in? So, filling in is basically when our brain tends to fill in blank spaces, basically, in what we see, even when they're not actually there. But more specifically talking, perceptual filling in is when our brain fills something in, but the effects are irreversible. So basically, what our brain perceived is what we're gonna stick with, and we can't really change that. So with symptoms, there isn't really any symptoms to perceptual filling in, only because I feel like it's just like a natural phenomena that everyone experiences because of blind spots and other things. And so I wouldn't say there's a symptom. Basically, what we perceive, like what we fill in, is based on what we kind of see fit. So, like, kind of what we learned and what we see in the real world, we'll just fill it in what we think would be best. So one of the causes is blind spot or scotoma. So a blind spot is kind of what everyone has. So we all have blind spots, and so when we have a blind spot, we're just going to fill in that area to what we think is best. And then scotoma is essentially like a blind spot that is due to like an underlying disease like multiple sclerosis. But it's a little different than a blind spot. So the picture that I have on this slide is a scotoma. So basically, as you can see, the blurry areas is what people with scotomas see, kind of. And so with perceptual filling in, someone with a scotoma would just fill in the blurry spots with what they think would best match the image, basically like a puzzle. And then also another cause is illusory contours, which is basically filling in shapes that aren't technically there, but you still see that shape because of other surrounding shapes. So like, for example, the top right corner, I see an upside down triangle. That upside down triangle is actually not there, but I see it anyways because of the shapes around it that are kind of creating that image for me. And then another cause is illusory surfaces. An example of illusory surfaces is neon color spreading. So that's basically when we see the shape with the color. So like, as you can see, the colored star in the image, technically, don't first I first don't see the star. I first see the little mini triangles of green and pink, and then I see the flower in the middle that is gray. And so that's illusory surfaces. And then a model completion. So in the image, you can see on the left that there's a rectangle and a half circle, but my brain sees a rectangle with a hidden circle under it. So that's kind of what that is. Like, we're kind of just filling that image in when it's actually not there. And then I also wanted to explain kind of with James Thurber in the book. So he has Charles Bonnet syndrome, and I feel like perceptual filling in kind of plays into effect with Charles Bonnet syndrome because people are kind of hallucinating, and I feel like those hallucinations are kind of made by kind of what we see in the real world. So basically, they're trying to fill in what they don't see. And I feel like that's what Charles Bonnet syndrome is kind of like. And I feel like that can really relate to perceptual filling in. And that last slide is kind of just the literatures I used. And yeah, that's it. Thank you.